Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to the channel. TammyTalks here. Let's talk Summerhouse, Martha's Vineyard, episode 6, Naked Ambition. If you're brand new to the channel or a returning viewer that is not yet subscribed, I hope this is the video that changes your mind. If you are one of my returning subscribers, what up though? Let's go ahead and get into the episode, y'all. All right, so episode starts off right where the last one left off, where Jasmine is saying how she's struggling with being married. She feels like she can't relate to her single friends anymore, and it just doesn't feel good. You've made it this way though, Jasmine, but whatever. So Jordan, who initially, I can't read Jordan, y'all, because I feel like there are some points where Jordan looks like she just truly does not like Jasmine, but then she'll turn around and seem supportive. So Jordan just truly has RBF. I think she just truly has RBF, but she's very, very hard to read. And I think it's just Jordan is so guarded that it's hard to get a good read on her. But Jordan says, well, of course, things have shifted and it's just an adjustment that needs to be made for everyone. And I remember when out of my friend group, the first one of us got married, it is an adjustment, right? It's a bit of an adjustment for everybody involved, but it just takes some patience. The real issue, though, is Jasmine is judging everybody. Bria then says in her confessional that Jasmine has isolated herself. And I do think that with this friend group, I think that it is more so Jasmine putting herself on the pedestal above the rest of her friends. It's not so much as, oh, everybody else needs to get used to her being married or understand she can't do the same things that she used to do, whatever the case. I don't think it's that at all. I think it is Jasmine choosing to pull herself away. So then Jason's drunk ass is trying to say something, but it was dragging on and on. They all make jokes about how long-winded he is, and Bria finally was like, spit it out. And I'd have been the same way. Let's get to the point here, babe. Let's wrap it up. So Bria, we got back to the house. Bria thought she was going to get some sex, and Simon was like, no, I'm full, girl. I done flew all this way. We done ate. We done drank. I'm full. She was okay with it and was like, okay. And they went to sleep. So the next morning, Jordan looked like she's still asleep. Like she just wake up. She just look angry all the time. Is it me, y'all? She just look, I never know like if she's in a good mood or not. But Jordan does seem like the coolest person on here to kick it with. I will say that, because she really is she's not involved in any of the mess. She over exaggerated that Mariah push, but she's not in the mess. But Jordan is talking to Jasmine. Jasmine comes into her room and Jasmine's just kind of checking on her, seeing how she's feeling. Everybody had a lot to drink. Jordan asks Jasmine what can she do to support her more as her friend through this time. Jasmine wants to be checked on. Jasmine feels that they're not calling her, they're not checking in on her. I kind of feel like I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Because I just don't believe that. I don't. Shanice is back, okay? The turn-up queen is back in effect. So Shanice said it's the weekend and I'm ready to weekend it up. So Alex speaks and Shanice is like not entertained with him because he been like low-key, like, taking little shots at her. So she was just kind of like, oh, hey. We then get a confessional with Bria and Simon, and we find out that Shanice and Bria did OnlyFans together, I'm assuming during the pandemic. So Bria said that it wasn't anything like sexual or anything like that. It was really just them, posting bikini pics, lingerie pics, whatever the case. I don't know how OnlyFans works. I have never had an OnlyFans, even viewing account, I guess you call it. Like an account to watch somebody or subscribe to somebody's OnlyFans. So I don't know how that works, but people pay for anything nowadays. So Summer is going around the house, looks like she was walking back to her room, and she sees that Milo done shit on the floor. Okay? It's not a big deal, when that happens, you go and tell the dog's owner, yo, your dog shit underneath the pool table. The owner will then come pick it up. Summer instead goes around the house and tells everybody that she sees. Every single person she sees, she tells. Alex immediately was like, house meeting. Now, Alex was clearly being facetious because he goes and tells Bria himself, and then Bria goes and cleans it up. Silas walks past Bria's door, goes to Preston, who was on his laptop, presumably working or doing something, and says that he's having a house meeting. Preston said, absolutely not. We're not having no more house meetings. I'm sick of these fucking house meetings. Y'all can start to handle things as adults. We do not need a house meeting. So Silas wants Preston to go tell Bria about the dog shit. And he's like, it's not bothering me, it's bothering y'all. You can go and tell her this, like, we don't need a house meeting for this. So Silas is saying that he doesn't want to be the bad guy. It's not being a bad guy by saying, hey, Bria, your dog shit underneath the pool table, girl. And then she would say, oh, damn, did he? The same way she just did. And she would go clean it up. Silas made a bigger deal out of this because he just wanted to boss somebody around. So he's telling Preston, you need to man up. You need to step up. You need to take some accountability. Shut the fuck up, Silas. Be done with it. Be done with it. I wouldn't have lasted in that house with Silas. I wouldn't have. I can't stand a person that just feels like they can tell you what to do. Because let's not act like y'all are paying for this house anyways. Bravo is. Y'all didn't come out y'all pocket and actually pay for this house. Absolutely ridiculous. You scared of her? What you think she gonna do? Yell at you and want to leave the shit on the floor? And my problem really is with Summer, because Summer, you could have went and told her too. Why did you have to stop along the way at every single person you saw? Summer could have went right to Bria and said, yo, Bria, FYI, Milo used the bathroom downstairs. And she would have did like she did. She would have got a napkin, picked it up, and then even took like a little wet wipe and then make sure that the carpet and there was no stains or anything. It was handled in a matter of 3 minutes. The entire house didn't even need to know this was going on. So then the girls are all having like a little little pamper party. So Jasmine once again asks Jordan about Amir. And I'm just thinking to myself, did y'all have this conversation like the past 2 episodes? Jordan has been very clear on the fact that she don't like nobody in the house. She don't want to hook up with anybody in the house. She don't want to. So Jordan repeats for the umpteenth time that she is not going to be in a relationship with anybody in the house. She don't see it for anybody in the house. Y'all ain't got but 3 days left. Nothing's gonna shake Jasmine. Nothing. Y'all are gonna leave the only couple there, which is what I kind of low-key feel like you want, but nothing else is gonna shake, sis. So Jasmine then says, well, Alex is up for grabs. He's acting like he's super moody and shit with the girls in the house. So nobody wants to like mess with him. So Shanice says very quickly that Alex is not her type. And it's kind of awkward now because he Googled her and found out all the stuff about her ex. Shanice then goes on to let us know that her ex made up a bunch of lies. And then said that because of those lies, she was getting cyberbullied, which is not cool. Cyberbullying is not cool by any means. But Shanice, you admitted to some of that stuff that he was saying that you did. The real lie is they were calling him the insecure star. That was the real lie. Okay. So we are now going to have guys' night out and girls' night out. The girls' night is summed up very quickly. They getting wasted, shots, drinks. The girls are getting loose. They're twerking. They're having fun. Jordan seems to be the responsible one in the group because she is like somewhat sober. Everybody else is falling into the grass and falling into the bushes and twerking and doing everything else, having fun. The most we've seen them have fun in this house, to be honest. Meanwhile, on the guys' night, Amir ordered this big ass margarita. Okay. Preston said that, they're wondering what are the girls doing. Preston was like, they out getting free drinks, twerking on tables, having a true girls' night. Silas kind of cuts his eye at him. It could have been editing. It could have been. But Silas clearly feels away because, Silas feels that there shouldn't be any free drinks if you're in a relationship. So we then get on Silas saying that this is a safe space, right? What stays here, what happens here stays here. I said, oh, you about to shit on somebody. I can feel it. He goes on to say that he feels like Jasmine is not doing the shit that she should be doing, basically. Silas said they have a routine where she wakes up every morning and she fixes him breakfast. He said he is still on routine and Jasmine is on vacation. Yeah, because y'all are on vacation. But we've seen Jasmine get up and fix you breakfast. Isn't that early enough? I guess I didn't understand what he was complaining about. So then he goes on to say that, like earlier, like my breakfast sandwich was kind of burnt and you still ate the shit. It's fine. I just kind of feel like if you got such an issue with the way that breakfast sandwich was prepared, you could have made it your damn self. It wasn't black burnt. It was a little, a little darker than it probably should have been. But considering the fact that she's been waking up after y'all been out, after y'all been drinking and hungover and you ramming into her like a fucking jackhammer every night, God forbid she cook your croissant just a smidge too hard. Like, what the fuck is wrong with Silas, y'all? So then Silas is asking Jason what is his type of woman. And I think that was just to bait him and see if he described Jasmine. So Jason is saying how to him, ambition is sexy. He wants a woman that has goals and morals and shit like that. Silas is like, well, nice guys finish last. Jason said, hold on, look at me. I ain't got no problem getting a girl. None. Jason is handsome. Jason is articulate. Jason is in, good enough shape. Jason looks like he's responsible. Jason doesn't talk like a jackass. He got 5 things going for himself already. Shut up, Silas. Ninja Turtle looking ass nigga. Like, he is so annoying. Like, so now whatever. So Silas then goes on to say that basically you got to stop listening to women if you just want to fuck. While this is going on, some older women send over some free drinks. Silas, big-headed ass Silas, had the audacity to get to cheesing and skinning and grinning, getting ready to take the free drink. And everybody was like, oh no, nigga. No. Because you had a fucking fit about a hypothetical with Jasmine maybe sort of somewhat possibly could get a free drink. And here you are actively about to take one on top of the fact that you don't have your fucking wedding ring on. Talking about I was washing my hands, and then when I was washing my hands, I took my ring off. My dad has been married 45 years. I have never seen my dad take off his fucking wedding ring to just wash his hands real quick. Ever. The fucking audacity. Imagine if Jasmine didn't have her wedding ring on this girls' night. The way it would have been hell to pay in that house. So they get back onto the house, and the girls are still very much drunk. Bria is enjoying drunk Shanice. They standing on the counter. They're sliding through the house. They twerking everywhere. They're having just a burner of a time, right? It's a whole vibe in the house right now. Next thing we know, Shanice is naked in the jacuzzi. I don't know when she got naked. It went from, because the guys are back now, everybody's in the jacuzzi. It went from everybody being in the jacuzzi to next thing you know, Shanice is standing up and she is full blown naked. We see her ass and she's blurred out at the top. She goes and jumps in the pool. And Jason was looking like, word. That's the vibe tonight, word. Because remember, we found out that Jason apparently used to like Shanice. That was your chance. Because, I mean, she said she was ready to fuck. So, that was your chance. So, Bria goes outside. She's mad because Shanice is naked in the pool with Simon. Here's the thing though. You can't encourage the turn up friend only when it benefits you. That's the thing. Y'all been saying how wild and crazy Shanice is. Y'all been saying how fun Shanice is. Shanice is a whole vibe. This is what we do. This is what Shanice does. This is what Shanice does. Is Shanice justified in doing this? Absolutely not. But let's not act like just 5 minutes ago you weren't running through the house twerking and shit in your bikini around everybody either. So Bria's having a fit. Bria comes in and tells Summer and Silas that Shanice is naked outside in the pool. Summer said, of course she is. What is your beef with her? What happened? Did something happen during the night? Like, I don't know. I don't know if I really too much care for Summer. I'm going to tell you that. Summer has kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Summer been kind of, with some of the women in the house. I feel like that wasn't a fair remark because you just met her, right? No, maybe she knew her from back before. No, she just met Shanice. I didn't like that. I mean, unless that's just the vibe you picked up from how she been acting at dinner. So Bria's saying that everybody is fake. So Bria goes storming back outside to confront Shanice. Silas goes after her. And she's out there yelling that everybody is fake. And everybody is looking like, what? What's going on? Y'all know what the problem is. Shanice's ass is naked. That's a problem. It's inappropriate. It's not okay. It's not cool for her to be naked outside in that jacuzzi in front of that woman's boyfriend. It's not cool at all. So Bria and Simon go back in the house. Bria tells Simon that if you go back outside, then you leave in this house. Take your ass upstairs to bed. I said, girl, Simon, don't let her talk to you like that. But my thing is, I feel like, Bria, you've been acting a fool this whole night with her. Now, all of a sudden, because some of her antics are directed towards you, because that's not the first time that Shanice done did that shit. That's not the first time that Shanice has done that shit. I guarantee you that. This is not the first time that Shanice done been in a mixed company like this and done took off her clothes in front of somebody else's boyfriend. And Bria was okay with it then. Y'all want her to be the turn up friend? This is the shit that she does. Don't be shocked. So, Shanice is outside and Summer decides to come talk to her. And Summer is like, this, you know why she's mad? Because this is not cool. Shanice said, I asked Simon if it was okay. I said, it should have never been a conversation. It should have never been a conversation. So Jordan is mad. She says she is over this shit every single day. And girl, me too. We are all tired of y'all arguing every single day about the smallest things. Bria is the source of the arguments every single day. So Jordan said that she knows that, you know, whatever is like overreaction. She's tired of it. Everybody needs to relax. But she's not going to argue with the drunk woman that's making a steak this time of night. And they turn to Bria, and I be damned if she is legit making a steak. Cutting it angrily and eating it and shit too. So Shanice's drunk ass is stumbling through the kitchen, falling back into the counter. Preston told her, go to bed. Because Preston and Jordan are the only adults in that house. So Silas and Jasmine end up having sex in the closet because she is like punishing him for accepting a free drink. Why didn't you tell her you didn't have your wedding ring on? Why didn't you tell her that? Because that might be the reason that they sent you the ring. I mean, that they sent you the drink. You didn't tell her that, though. Okay. Bria's upstairs cussing out Simon. And then Simon is trying to get some sex, and Bria said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So the next morning, Bria is going around talking to everybody that she can, trying to get them to like talk about the issue with Shanice. Nobody wants to. Preston is the only one that has been real with Bria. And he said, look, You have been a part of a lot of the arguments in this house. Not all of them, but you've been a part of all of them. Bria said that's not true. Preston asked, do you think that you are the common denominator? Bria said no. I said the delusions. It's the lack of accountability for me. That is crazy. Bria, you have literally, we've seen you argue with Jasmine. We've seen you argue with Mariah. We've seen you argue with Silas. We've seen you argue with Shanice now. We saw Phil, who is a derivative of you. We saw Phil get into it with everybody. Bria, you are the fucking problem, sis. It is you. Don't come back next season. Don't come back next. If y'all get a season 2, I can tell y'all who shouldn't come back. And Bria's number 1. Silas and Jasmine can go too. It can really be Nick, Preston, Jordan, Jason, Shanice, and then I'm sure y'all got a couple. Mariah needs to be able to come back. Amir's ass shouldn't be able to come back either, because Amir sat up there and lied and watched Mariah get kicked out that house knowing he's the reason. Then doubled down on Instagram because Mariah apparently found out while watching the episode like we did, and Amir still doubled down and was like, it never goes well when men get involved in women's arguments. It wasn't you getting involved, as you telling the truth. We might just have to recast. So they're going to have a rose day. So Bria's mad at the house. She don't want to go. She's basically mad that nobody wants to gang up on Shanice with her. Stay mad then. Stay mad. So Jason and Silas are moving the table outside. They're moving like the dining room table outside. Silas is over explaining to him, okay, now lift with your knees. Once we get it up, we're going to walk straight out. Jason is saying, man, nigga, I know how to move a table. I'm a whole ass man. I'm an adult. Not even a man. I'm an adult. Anybody that is an adult knows that you bend with your knees. That's how you lift with your knees. And then when you're carrying something heavy, you keep that shit going until you both set it down at the same time. We don't need you to explain that to us. So Silas is like, well, it's because of my military background. So it's just part of my nature. And that's why. And it's like, Silas, stop all that bullshit. You were mansplaining to him. It's the way that you like to control things. You don't see it as a problem, but it is a problem. It's a huge problem that you have. And the real issue is that enough people don't check your ass about it. So they get everything outside. Silas is talking to Jasmine, and he's mad that Jasmine didn't step in and defend him. He said that Jasmine left him out to look like he was being like a dictator. You were. That's how you were acting. She said it's all in his head. He wants her to close the door so everybody can hear them talk about it. She says she don't care if everybody hears about it, because Jasmine knows that in that moment Silas did the most. And everybody's words that Silas is controlling, I felt like that's now echoing in her head because she's low-key sick of the shit too. Jasmine is now picking out her outfit, and Silas is telling her, don't wear no, what did he say? Wide leg jeans with a baggy shirt that only looks good with heels. You're going to be in the grass. And it's like, listen, worry about what the fuck you going to wear. That's what you can do. Did he even mention it like a couple more times when she got downstairs? Maybe you should, I'm telling you, you need to wear sandals. We're in the grass. You need to wear sandals. She's fine. Whole ass adult out here. She's gonna wear what the fuck she wants to wear on her feet. Don't worry about it. So Alex is outside with Jordan and was it Preston? But they're setting up like the bows and stuff. He tells Jordan she's looking thick. Just cleared the blue the fuck out of nowhere. And Jordan kind of looked at him. She was like, wow. So she was like, I don't know if I should feel objectified or if it's a compliment. Because Alex ain't said but 2 words to any of the women to be for real. To be real. So he tells Jordan that he felt that when they first got here, they were assigning her to people. And she was like, who? And he was like, Amir. Jordan feels a way about that. So Alex was like, it just kind of took him a while to warm up. And it's like, Alex, if you like Jordan, like you've said before, we've heard you say it, then you should have approached her and said so. You should have. You should have approached her and said so, but you didn't. So you telling her 2 days from y'all leaving randomly, you look thick. How did you think she was gonna react? Weird. So then they're trying to beg Bria to come. She don't want to come downstairs and eat. Don't. Simon takes his ass downstairs to get some. Simon said, I'm hungry. So Shanice said that she doesn't want to talk about the bullshit that happened last night. She wants to move on from it. It was just having fun. So she decides to walk outside with her bottle of champagne and a glass. She goes out on the balcony topless, and she's out there. Hey, y'all. Hey, don't wait, wait for me. Don't forget about me. And Jordan is cracking up. Everybody else is like, what? Jasmine has an issue with it, as she should, because that's fucking inappropriate. It's inappropriate. There's a married man down there, and there's a man in a relationship down there. The same man that you got naked in front of the night before. But again, y'all can't think that Shanice's turned up antics are only cute when it's not affecting y'all. That's the thing. They're not just cute when they're not affecting y'all in a negative way. Y'all want her to be the turn up crazy fun friend? That's what she's going to be. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.